Hello everyone, my name is Ferdinand and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like my content, please do consider subscribing. Leave a like on the video, I would really appreciate that. Also, leave any feedback or suggestions that you may have in the comment section below. And before I start today's videos guys, I wanna give a huge shout out to my boy Bamalam. Guys, subscribe to his amazing channel. I will leave a link in the description box below. I have been a huge fan of his since his Xbox Trader videos, and I watched his walkthrough of God of War and it was fantastic. Please guys, subscribe to his channel, watch his videos, and with that my friends, let's jump into today's video. So the topic that I wanted to discuss in today's video, I guess if you guys haven't already seen the thumbnail, is Zack Snyder's Justice League movie that is now coming on HBO Max. Now I have to say guys, I am a huge DC Universe fan. I gotta be honest, I have loved Zack Snyder's movies. I mean, you talk about being a fan of his directorial achievements. I mean, for me, I loved 300, I loved The Watchmen, and then oh man, when Man of Steel came, I was absolutely in love. I think Henry Cavill is the perfect actor to play Superman after Christopher Reeve, God rest his soul. And Zack Snyder knew what DC fans wanted with that movie. Now there were some idiots out there who didn't like that movie, and some um, you know critics as well who didn't they didn't really receive the movie that well. I have really no idea why. I know some of them mentioned that they didn't like the fighting scenes with Zod, and that they were too long and the fights just kept on going and going. Me personally, if you're doing an originating story for Superman and you want to establish him as a character, you have to go to that length to bring to you why the Boy Scout, the man in blue, the man who gives everyone hope, why is he the way he is. So you need to establish that story. So I really didn't understand all the criticism that that movie got from some people, some viewers, and then mostly critics were, in all honesty, all the critics, all the media people are idiots in my opinion anyway to begin with. So I really don't count their opinion or hold their opinion in high value or in high regard anyway to begin with. But anyway, moving on. Now one more thing in Man of Steel that I absolutely loved, and I think this was cherry on top, was the score of the movie. My god guys, the score of the movie from Hans Zimmer, man, it was like God's music. It was absolutely perfect. I cannot recommend you enough. If you have not watched Man of Steel, please go ahead and watch that movie. I promise you, you will not regret that decision at all. Moving on, his second, Justice League, or sorry, his second movie in the DC universe came with the BVS, so Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. And yet again, giving my honest opinion, I loved the dark and brutal and brooding Bruce Wayne that was portrayed by Ben Affleck. Yet an older Bruce Wayne who's been through a lot in life in Gotham. Yet again, for me personally, I think he was another bullseye choice for Batman to play the character of Batman. I think Ben Affleck hit the nail on the head with his acting, and I mean, in all honesty, I loved Christian Bale as Batman in Christopher Nolan's iteration of him, but he wasn't close to what Batman is in comics. Like, Batman is supposed to be scary. Like, he is supposed to be someone who has that fear factor associated with him. I think that is why, and that is how the persona of Batman actually works. And I think Ben Affleck actually captured it. I think Ben Affleck was actually a scary Batman. I mean, he was bigger in size, He had that demeanor with him that whenever he was on screen, you'd be like, you know what? Yeah, this dude, even though he's just a human being, he's intimidating. I am intimidated by him. And that was the whole point of having Batman. And the one thing that I know the movies always miss, and the animated series or the animated cartoons are always getting it right, is how brilliant of a detective Batman is. And I sincerely wish some of the movies will do it. And I hope to see that on screen in live action at some point. But you know, that's a very small, minor thing for me. The only things that bring down for me the Batman vs Superman movie is two plot points that they used that I completely I didn't agree with. One was the whole mother's name being Martha. Soups and bats have the same mother's name, it was a very corny plot twist that they put in. I mean, you could come up with so many different ways to bring both Batman and Superman on the same page instead of having to say, oh, the entire plot line rests on the fact that both Batman and Superman's mothers and their names are similar, which is Martha, which is, I'm like, Jesus Christ, why did you do that? And the second thing, which I think is a little bit of a bigger issue, I mean, the first one seems a little corny, but the second one is a major issue for me, and that is Death of Superman. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry if you have not watched it, but it's been quite some time that movie's come out, so I'm sorry, but yet again, I guess I should have said that before, but anyway, I digress. Death of Superman. No, that should not have happened the way it happened. I think I love Zack, but he needed to give the fans some time to absorb Superman's death. I think it should have happened in Man of Steel 2. We needed an entire movie where you've gone with him through the journey, and then you see his life come to an end. It needed a little bit more context, it needed a little bit more time for assimilation, but boy, that still struck. I mean, the Death of Superman is a very big arc in DC Comics, so it's very important it's done right, but regardless, Zack Snyder went there, I respect it, whatever. Moving on, a small thing. And then, boys and girls, we come to Joss Whedon's Justice League, which, Jesus Christ, I wanted to gouge my frickin' eyes out on. I mean, Batman in that movie was made to act like a wimp. I mean, seriously, where was that dark, brooding, serious Ben Affleck's Batman in that movie? Where was he? Right? I mean, he's acting like an idiot throughout the entire movie. Cyborg is given no screen time. Superman has a weird mustache. I mean, Jesus Christ, with such a big budget, you couldn't even bloody afford a good animator or someone who can do proper CGI. Even Tom Cruise's fake videos on YouTube are done better than that idiot mustache was hidden on live theater. I mean, it's just stupid as hell, man. But anyway, I mean, it was Joss Whedon's creation, and honestly speaking, that movie was an absolute Frankenstein. It was like dead body parts being collected and stitched together, and then someone actually running through electricity, not just through the movie, but goddamn audience as well. I mean, Jesus Christ, that movie was a monstrosity. And I'm so glad that we as fans rallied together, forced Warner Brothers to bring out a Zack Snyder's cut. And that is our real achievement here. I mean, we had hope, boys and girls, we had hope that somewhere in the vault section of Warner Brothers there was Zack Snyder's original directorial cut for Justice League sitting somewhere, and it was our perseverance, it was our request, it was our hard work, and the actors as well, like all the actors, every single one of them, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Jason Momoa for Aquaman, everyone chimed in and said that Zack Snyder's cut was a different movie. It's a better movie. It gives more context. That is what we needed in the theatrical cut instead of the monstrosity we got from Joss Whedon. So anyway, that's the movie that we got in theaters. I watched it. I did not enjoy it. I did not think it did justice to the characters that Zack created. I didn't think it did justice to the characters that that Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill brought to life on screen. Obviously by that time Jason Momoa didn't have his Aquaman movie out by that time, and I know that Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, I'm not sure if it was out by that time. I don't think it was. I think it came out afterwards. I think Patty Jenkins made that movie afterwards, but yet again guys, it was our perseverance paid off. Zack Snyder's cut is out, and I mean I have amazing news in regards to it. If you haven't watched the early reviews by people who got early access, I gotta tell you, everyone freaking loves the movie. Like, they absolutely love the movie. So you talk about some of my favorite YouTubers, so we're talking about Angry Joe, Tyrone Magnus. I mean, these guys had early access to the movie, they watched it, and they're just as big fans of Zack Snyder's work as I am, and they were blown away by this movie, and I can't wait. I mean, their excitement of how good this movie was, it takes me on, you know how they say, cloud nine. I cannot wait to watch this movie. Now, you do all know that I reside in Canada, so the only place for me to watch it is on this online app called Crave, and because HBO Max isn't available in Canada. So you know, I can't wait guys. I'm sincerely hoping it's available on Thursday here, this coming Thursday. I think it's March 18th. I think, yeah, March 18th, and I'll be there guys to watch that movie in its all glorious 4 hours, which I know might be a bit much for people who think that, you know, that's a bit too long for a theatrical cut, but I don't care. I need context. I need them to do justice for Cyborg. I mean, Ray Fisher, the actor, already mentioned how horrible of a human being Joss Whedon was, and I know his allegations, which yet again, they are allegations. I'm not trying to claim anything neither here nor there, but I'm just saying that I think his character on screen, the character of Cyborg, wasn't done justice. He just never was given that time to flesh out his story, his motivations, where he's coming from. So I think that needed a little bit more context, and of course we needed to look at that as well. So I'm glad that he's gonna get the screen time that he actually deserves, and I think this is a win. This is an absolute win for all of us as DC fans. I know this is not Marvel, but talking about Marvel has very successful movies, and I love those movies as well. I mean, at the end of the day, I am a fan of comic book movies, comic book adaptations on live screen. So, but DC is where my heart is. Batman, Superman, I love Superman. I think he's a great superhero, great inspiration. So I'm just glad that they're being they're being given due time and justice. Anyway guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my boy Bamalam's channel and mine as well, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys, take care.